We are now halfway through the 2021 edition of the virtual 24 hours here at the Daytona International Speedway, and as we entered the traditional witching hour of endurance racing, all hell has broken loose, with both the race leaders suffering problems. The first to hit trouble was the number 47 Dodge Viper of Felix Bayer once more, suffering what looked like brake fade into the second hairpin, skating wide and rejoining the track just as the number 1 Campos car was coming through, Diego Campos slamming into the Dutch driver. The Dodge had huge damage that needs repairing, while Diego Campos had to come in and replace the nose bodywork on the Tauro, but continued on in second, albeit now a lap down on the number 4 Nissan. The next to hit trouble was number 18 Honda in GT Daytona, and once again it involved one of our leaders. Big contact from Arden Hutchinson into turn 1 damaged the rear aero and deranged other parts on the Honda, but Hutchinson had to come back to pit road, and the Nackley team executed very similar repairs to that of Campos, with the two still retaining the lead in the same order, but now only on level terms with the cars behind, having been a lap up. In GT Daytona, the Ingram Jaguar was next to fall victim at turn 1. The 14 Downton hit the rear end, seemingly remaining connected as Agritha's car squirmed under the load of being pushed. Ultimately, though, the car was pitched into the wall on the right, causing yet more damage in a hectic hour of racing. The number 43 Dodge was the straw that broke the camel's back at turn 1. More contact with the prototype sent Riley Shaw into the runoff, but not before Bradley Downton in the 17 prototype AM car became the latest to be all well too acquainted with the front bumper of the number 69 Westwood Peugeot. Luckily, no damage was done, but the full course caution was thrown due to a massive build-up of debris into turn 1. At the restart, Hutchinson went well, taking the lead, but Sam Hudson passed Diego Campos in his Downton before pushing to move into the lead off the restart, with Adrian Simon and Danilo Ferrini battling behind for Porsche and Honda respectively. However, Campos and Hutchinson showed their true pace, continuing to build up their margin after getting back through, and with how the pit stops have fallen, they've temporarily regained their lap over the field. The full course yellow also condensed the GT field, with GT Daytona all bunched up, and the two Porsches now line astern, albeit a lap ahead of their nearest GT Le Mans competition. At the halfway mark, Campos lead Nackley by 16 seconds, with the 22 Porsche only 20 seconds off the overall lead, but with no fewer than 5 prototypes all on the lead lap once pit stops have been taken into account. In prototype AM, the number 69 Westwood moves up ahead of the number 81 Kately Arrow entry by 18 seconds, and 28 up on Mid-Exit Racing. GT Le Mans now a bit tighter, with the number 91 and 92 Porsches separated by just 5 seconds, a lap up on the 71 Highwind. Finally, in GT Daytona, it's the 99 ahead of 93 and 94, 6 seconds covering the top 3, and it's set to remain that way for the rest of the race. So we are now halfway through the 2021 virtual 24-hour race. Let's take a look at how they stand. In the lead, it is the number 1, Campos Motorsport, defending champion entry, Diego Campos, Nikolai Milkovic and Jean Matson, holding the lead 425 laps into this race, with a 16.5 second margin over the number 4 Sapporo Nackley Nissan Racing entry, currently with Arden Hutchinson at the wheel. With the way pit stops have fallen, number 22 Porsche is now a lap down, but up into 3rd place, with number 12 Franklin Honda 4th, 7 seconds behind with Danilo Ferrini. In 5th, it's number 14 Downton Sam Hudson, 14 seconds off the pace, while the first of those 2 laps off the pace is the number 11 Franklin Honda in 6th. In 7th, it's the number 5 Nissan, the sister car to the number 4 in 2nd, with Jawa Ahmad half a minute away from Itzel Santiago, while in 8th is the number 9 Total Energies Peugeot Sport Westwood entry 6 seconds further back. The 21 Porsche with Alar Kanga at the moment is 3 laps down in 9th, while in 10th place it's the number 27 Cerberus Motorsport car with Ryota Yoshida up into the top 10 at the expense of 11th place and number 88 Mercedes-AMG Team Kately Arrow car 20 seconds behind. 4 laps down, Will Taylor in the number 42 Royal Phoenix in 12th, while 13th is the 57 Cadillac. 5 laps down now, the number 82 Mercedes 14th, while 15th place sees our first prototype AM driver and the leaders of the class. Blaise Duval 6 laps down in the number 69 Westwood Racing Technology run entry. 2nd place though, 18 seconds back, Keith Murphy in the Kately Arrow Racing number 81. 17th, it's number 10, Total Energies Peugeot Sport Westwood entry, only a tenth of a second away, but at the moment being beaten by 2 prototype AM entries. Mid-Exit Racing is 23rd with Clint Trevino 10 seconds further back than that, while 19th place is the 17 Downton. In 20th place, back into the top 20 for the first time since their incident early on, is the number 37 Ingram Jaguar Racing entry, James Vasquez, on the same lap now as the Downton Motorsport run car, and only 1 lap down on the best of the prototype AMs, so certainly in with a shout of a semi-decent result after an awful start. 21st now, 9 laps down, is the Quantum Industries Motorsport innovative entry. 22nd is the 28th Cerberus Motorsport car, 22 laps off the overall pace. In 23rd place, the number 49 Highwind Ahmed Chima, now beating all of the GT runners. 24th, the 91 car, 5 seconds ahead of the number 92 Porsche. There's 2 sister cars still, line astern, first and second, and a lap ahead of the number 71 Highwind car. The 24 of Scott Parsons, the McLaren, is now 19 seconds off a podium position, while in 28th place it's the 38 Ingram Jaguar Racing car, 42 laps down, 2 laps down on the class leader. 58 Cadillac Grey Autosport, 29th Dino Palmer, 3 laps down on the leaders, while on the same lap 5 seconds further back it's the number 7 Monster Energy Downton McLaren Racing entry with Ethan Knight. In 31st it's the Mercedes-AMG Team Cately number 80 entry, 4 laps down on the leaders, but now ahead of the GT Daytona entries for the first time in a while. Only 4 seconds though ahead of the leader in GT Daytona, number 99 Highwind, 32nd overall. In 33rd, it's the number 93 Lapierre Formule entry, ahead by 1.2 seconds of the 94 in 3rd place in class. In 4th in class, it's the number 41 car, 35th overall, Alex Easton in the McLaren, 48 laps off, which makes him 4 laps away from the class lead. Number 18 having now hit trouble, 15 laps, another further 11 laps behind with Jamie Franklin carrying the wheel. 37 is the 44 car of OSM Racing International, ahead of the number 19 Franklin in 38th, the 13 Downton in 39th. 40th is the number 95 Ingram, 74 laps back, while 81 laps back is the number 8 Cately Racing number 4 in 41st, while the 2 Dodges now bring up the tail of the field, 43 ahead of 47, 104 and 119 laps off the pace respectively. We're now over halfway and heading towards the sunlight rapidly as we continue on with the virtual 24-hour race. Join us in another 2 hours to find out who will be on top as the sun rises over Daytona.